I moved to Oman about 4 years ago, and I had absolutely no idea what I was walking into. It's safe to say I was pretty green, but I knew the basics: hot weather, safe environment, slower pace of life. But I didn't quite understand what everyday life would actually be like. So these are the important things I wish I knew before moving to Oman. I knew Oman was hot before I moved here, but I had absolutely no idea how the seasons would shape everyday life. In the winter months, everybody heads outside. The positive energy is infectious and you savor every precious moment. But in summer, life shifts indoors and you have to plan your life around the heat. You very quickly learn what the locals do. You head out after sunset. You may not get obliterated by the sun's harsh rays, but at least it's 2 or 3 degrees cooler. 45 degrees in the day, 43 degrees at night. Weird. And you develop an intimate understanding of your AC. And any form of exercise becomes an almighty task. And summertime claustrophobia becomes real. And you get to know your local bowling alley intimately. At the end of the day, Oman is not just a hot country. It's a seasonal lifestyle. And that is something I wish I knew earlier. I wish I knew quiet could feel both peaceful and isolating. Oman is calm in a way that is genuinely very special. It's a safe and gentle place, far removed from the bigger metropolitans in the region. But that same calm can catch you off guard. First it feels peaceful, but sometimes later it can feel a bit lonely. And that's especially if you're used to more energy, variety, and more things happening around you. Another thing I wish I knew before moving to Oman was the importance of routine. Because life is generally quieter and slower here, it's very important to create your own routine. Oman doesn't constantly throw things at you. There's not always a big event, a busy street, or endless entertainment. So your routine becomes critically important. For me, that routine might be going for a walk along the beach, filming, or finding that great coffee spot, or planning a weekend away. Those routines begin to shape your life, and without them, Oman can feel a little bit repetitive. It's most certainly not a place that builds a lifestyle for you. You have to build one yourself. Another thing I wish I knew is that the urban areas can feel quite small unless you make an asserted effort to go out and explore. Oman has some of the most outrageous landscape on the face of the planet, and the weekends and public holidays are your ticket to get out and discover. Jump in your car and drive out to some remote spot high in the mountains, then set up camp with nothing more than a few donkeys to keep you company. And of course, it's a whopping 10 to 15 degrees cooler up there, which is exactly where you want to be in the dead of summer. You can trade mountains for dunes and head out to the Wahiba Desert. Throw caution to the wind, let your hair down, and lose yourself in the desert sand. Then catch an epic desert sunrise and ride through the dunes on a quad bike. Just you, the sand, and the wind in your face. Absolute magic. Or you can trade the desert for the turquoise waters of the Gulf, where breathtaking beaches and surreal lagoons await. Or jump on a boat and head out to Damanyat Islands, where you can get up close and personal with some of Oman's incredible marine life. Then unwind on a beach that's about as close to paradise as you're ever likely to find. I was honestly surprised how much variety Oman offers when it comes to adventure and outdoor scenery. Another important thing which I wish I knew is that making friends takes a serious effort. People in Oman are generally friendly, polite, and helpful, but that doesn't mean your social life is going to appear overnight. A lot of friendships tend to form through schools, compounds, and sport. So if you are new, you have to be quite intentional about putting yourself in the right channels. So get onto the Expat group and take up the offer to go camping in the dunes. You've got to keep showing up and saying yes to these kinds of activities. It can be as simple as taking a walk down at the beach. And before you know it, you'll realize that you're amongst a bunch of like-minded folks. I mean, at the end of the day, you wouldn't have come to Oman if you didn't have an adventurous spirit. And when you're in, you're in. It's a bit like boarding school. You'll have friends for life. Because Oman is such a hub for expats, people are constantly coming and going. You can build some incredible friendships here, but you also have to get used to saying goodbye. As contracts end and people move on to their next destination. As time goes by, you realize for many people, Oman is just a chapter. It's not a forever home. It changes your perspective and it makes you appreciate the time that you have with people while they're here. Expats arrive here from every corner of the planet, leaving behind snow, rain, and familiar seasons, to start a new life in a country that's landscape looks like something from a Mars expedition. Nothing looks familiar. People dress differently, the architecture is wildly different, and the working weeks are Sunday to Thursday. I thought that would completely rearrange my internal clock. Yet we often underestimate our ability to adapt. You get used to the 362 days of sunshine a year, and you find ways to handle the intense heat during summer. And life slowly starts to feel normal. Oman is not a bad place to live. In fact, it's a great place. However, it's a very specific kind of environment. The better you understand that before arriving, the more likely you are to have a wonderful time here. Thanks very much for joining me. Until the next time.